When you're dropping into GTA Online, it's good to know what your best options are. That's right, welcome to Grand Theft Central Chaos here. Today we're going to be looking at some of the best weapons available in GTA Online. You need to know what you need to have on your hip. Yeah, you let me know which of these is your favorite. Drop a like, make sure you're following the page, help us get to 3,000 subscribers. And let's start off with the Pump Shotty MK2. Yep, the close range weapon that is sure to blow everybody off their feet. Literally. The Pump Shotgun MK2 was added to the game with the Doomsday Heist update and has since become known as the best close quarters gun in the game. Carries 8 shells, deals noticeably more damage over the standard pump, and this thing will hit for 32 damage per pellet, people, and each time you pull the trigger, 6 of those little beautiful pellets are coming out at once. You can also use incendiary rounds to mix in order to add some spice to the gunfight, or you can add explosive slugs, which you already know, explosive slugs. Come on, much harder to use, but due to the lack of the pellet spread, requiring much better aim. You can even put a scope on it. Treat it like a DMR if you want to. It is a very versatile gun. A lot more than some people realize. It's a good way to start this list, but we have way more. Next up, the Advanced Rifle. This is a weapon you've probably come across more than a few times. Unlocked at rank 70, you can get the Advanced Rifle for a little over $14,000 at Ammunition. Now, it looks a lot like the TAR-21 and it has one of the highest DPS values in the entire rifle class. It's beaten out by only a handful of guns in the game in terms of damage, and it definitely doesn't have great range, but it makes up for it with improved mobility, and the handling it's smooth. The Advanced Rifle is kind of like the middle ground between an assault rifle and an SMG, and there's plenty of great mods you can use. You can put a 60-round mag on it, a scope, a suppressor, which is actually a good choice since you're not going to be using it at range anyways, and the list goes on. It is a solid gun, worth a look, and at $14,000, it's kind of hard to go wrong. Next up, the Assault Shotgun. It has appeared in a few different GTA games, but it's extremely powerful in almost every one. In GTA Online, it's one of the best close-range guns you can have with you. It boasts an 8-round mag and some extremely high damage. It's unlocked at rank 37, and can be found at Ammunition for about 10 grand, which makes it one of the cheaper guns on today's list. Each pull of that trigger will release 6 pellets, and each pellet hits for about 32 damage, meaning it maxes out at 192 damage per trigger pull, which that's crazy. Now, granted, it's a little rare to hit every single pellet, but if you even hit 3 pellets, you're dealing almost 100 damage. And did I mention it fires in full auto? You'll be reloading it quite a bit, but with its raw damage, it makes it one of the best close-range weapons in the game. Next, what? Homing launcher. Now, there's a bit of debate in the GTA community over which launcher is actually the best in the game. I'll ask you. Let me know in the comment section. I think it's this one. The homing launcher debuted as part of the Festive Surprise update, and it does have some drawbacks, I know, but it is powerful when used properly. Unlocked at rank 1, you can find it at Ammunition for $75,000, so it's one of the more expensive guns on the list today. However, in return, you'll get arguably one of the best weapons in the game for destroying enemy vehicles. It has a ridiculously long effective range, which allows you to lock onto helicopters and jets and take them down rather easily thanks to the fast-traveling rocket speed. Now, you can only carry 10 reserve rockets with it, instead of the normal 20 with the regular rocket launcher, but the trade-off for that is way more damage and range. If you have a homing launcher and you know how to use it, you can wipe lobbies clean. You can get rid of these pesky little aerial vehicles, and if that's your playstyle, put one in your pocket. At number 6, the Heavy Sniper MK2. Now, sniping is super satisfying in just about every single multiplayer video game in GTA. It's no different. This thing is a lot like the Barrett 50 cal, so obviously it hits like a truck. Available at the Weapon Workshop, it's going to cost you $165,000. It's one of the most expensive guns on the list, but it's worth it. It will come with 6 rounds by default, and you can extend that to 8 rounds with an extended clip. Now, in terms of damage, it hits for 230 damage per shot with a 1.39 times multiplier, which makes it capable of killing an enemy with a single bullet if you hit them right. Now, this sniper also has a ton of scopes available that will greatly improve things and make enemies easier to see in the dark and further distances. You can even put some incendiary rounds on it if you want to set your targets on fire, which will possibly drop them without needing a follow-up shot. It is the best sniper in the game right now, and if you get good with your aim, it's devastating. Now let's get into the top 5. The Bullpup Rifle MK2. Mark II, MK2, whatever. In terms of damage per second, this thing is the best rifle in the game. So why is it down at number 5? There's a few drawbacks, but it's still one of the best guns in the game because of raw power. Added to the game as part of the Doomsday Heist update, the Bullpup Rifle Mark II will cost you a little less than 106 grand. You can add it to your inventory once you get it, it's hard to go with any other rifle. It gives you a noticeable damage boost over the original bullpup. It hits for 33 damage a pop, and it maintains that damage for a long, long distance. Now, the handling isn't anything to write home about, but it is a great gun. Now let's show some pistols some love. The Heavy Revolver Mark II. It's pretty high risk, high reward, and it's definitely not for everybody, but if you can get good with it, it's pretty cool. 6-shot handgun you get for a little less than $100,000 at the Weapon Workshop. Now, it will hit for 200 damage per shot, which is a massive improvement over the base Heavy Revolver. Plus, it shoots about 50% faster, which gives it dramatically better DPS value. The only downside of this one is the fact that this revolver actually has some range drop-off, but even at longer ranges, it's going to hit pretty much, it's going to hit harder than most of the other guns in the game, handguns at least. There's no way to have more than 6 rounds in the gun at a time, but you can also load it with incendiary rounds. Or if you don't want fire rounds, put some hollow points in it, or some FMJ rounds, whatever your little heart desires. It's pretty good. At number 3, the Combat MG Mark II. Now, this light machine gun has one of the highest DPS values in the entire game, and it's insane. Not just against enemies, but vehicles too. 100-round mag, an extended clip will bring it all the way up to 200. That's right, it doubles it. And in terms of damage, it hits for 47 damage per shot. And with the heavy barrel, that will only drop to 23.5 at max range, which makes it extremely powerful at both close and max range. It's incredibly strong against unarmored vehicles, which makes it a great choice for people with a well-rounded weapon. Now, the main downside of it is, well, it's an LMG. Slower handling, hefty recoil, and overall, it's a little hard to control. But if you can hit your shots, the Combat MG is insane. But it is going to cost you about 120 grand. Back to the pistols. The AP pistol. Now, people tend to sleep on the handguns in GTA Online, but the AP pistol, it's no joke. Stands for armor piercing, people, and it's rather easy to get your hands on. It's a full auto pistol that carries 18 rounds by default. You can double that with the extended clip. Unlocked at level 33. It is very versatile. It will shred through enemies, and with a price tag of 5 grand at ammunition, come on. It's the best sidearm you can take with you for the money. Keep an eye on your magazine, though. You're going to be reloading quite a bit, but this thing is a beast. And at number 1 today is the Special Carbine Mark II. This is a gun that was added to the game as part of the Doomsday Heist update, and it's remained at the top. Now, it's perhaps the most versatile weapon in the game. You can kit it out like crazy. By default, you have 30 rounds in the mag. You can use specialized 20-round mags or go for extended 60-round mags, which is my favorite because I'm not a good aim. Now, the gun resembles a G36C assault rifle. While it doesn't technically have the fastest DPS in the category, it's close. If you ask me, the other aspects of the gun are what make it the best in the game. It's super strong on its own, it has a ton of customization options, and it's going to set you back $135,000 to buy at the Weapon Workshop, but it's worth it. If you have the money, get your hands on the Special Carbine Mark II. You will not regret it. And there you have it, my friends. Let me know if any of these weapons are to your liking, or if we forgot a weapon that we should have put on here, and I'll see you soon.